Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Bunny with a B and I'm here to show you my Halloween decorations, including a tour of my laboratory. But please hang in with me to the bitter end because my sister Brenda is going to show you how she made these adorably creepy creatures using thrifted items and a few baubles from the Dollar Tree.
Here are the entryway decorations, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about each of these pieces. The candelabra came from a store we have here called Mark's. They have a section of the store devoted to closeouts. So they purchase shipping containers and merchandise from stores that are going out of business and sell it in their closeouts department at very reasonable prices. This was white. My husband spray painted it black, and I've had it for several years, and I've used it every Halloween. This little pumpkin you might recognize from the mantle display for fall, but it was turned around, so it did double duty. That was a Goodwill find. The sign, Black Death Welcome, Happy Halloween, came from the Dollar General store and was $5. And the sign flips around. The other side has a palm reader's hand on it. This I just love, and it kind of came together spur of the moment. I bought the base at Goodwill separately. I found the cloche at Goodwill for $8, which was a fabulous buy. The spider came from the dollar store, and the little raven, let me get closer so you can see him. The little raven came from Goodwill, one of the newer items. And the little girl, the little French girl, I just found a couple days ago, and I bought her because I wanted to use her in some other things. But then I started thinking, and I thought, it would really kind of be creepy if I could do this. So what I love about this is the cloche just happened to fit on that stand. The little girl just happened to fit under the cloche, and it all came together, and I was just really happy about that. This flower arrangement with the eyeball flowers and black roses and little spiders on sticks, my sister Brenda put together. The flowers were from the dollar store, as is that orange bow, and she did a lovely job arranging these, and they are in a thrifted vase. The spider web, of course, is another piece of that 50-cent spider web from Goodwill that has gone a long way already this Halloween. I'm going to share with you the laboratory shelf. The raven was from Goodwill. These books, The Witch's Book of Spells, Curses and Hexes, and Poisons and Potions, or Potions and Poisons, were, believe it or not, from Dollar Tree. I thought they were just beautiful, and they're also treasure books, so you can open the lid and put things inside if you want to. The crystal ball was a Goodwill find, as is that hammered copper candle holder that I found and wanted to use as a riser. The tarantula, Dollar Tree. You recognize this apothecary jar, which was a Goodwill find, and the eyeballs came from Dollar Tree. The labels on the bottles and jars were part of a crafting kit that I had, but you can always print out your own on your computer. There's that Bunsen burner candle holder that I showed you, and you'll recognize this hand-blown Yugoslavian glass bottle that I found. And I put inside the bottles tulle. And you can find that, it's like a fine netting. You can find that at Joann or Michael's or Dollar Tree. And I think it looks cool because it makes it look like whatever's inside the bottle is smoking. These were olive oil bottles that I saved because they were just different shapes and colors. There's that other crystal ball you'll recognize. There's that beaker. And the other Bunsen burner with the candle beneath. It's another interesting olive oil bottle. You'll remember this little jar that I found at Goodwill. These little spiders, which are in the spider web also, were from Dollar Tree. They were 4 on a card. And the Beware sign was also from Dollar Tree. The spider web, as you'll remember, was 50 cents at Goodwill, and this is just a piece of it. It was absolutely huge. The only thing that I did not thrift or buy at the dollar store was this skull. It is a human-sized skull, and it's used for study. And I purchased it from Amazon on a special, I think 1 or 2 day sale, and it was $20. We also have lights behind everything, and of course the little battery operated candles, and I have pictures of what it looks like at night lit up, which I'll share with you. But I'm super happy with how everything turned out, and I enjoyed hunting for the things to use. This is my sister Brenda.
Hello, everyone.
And I've asked her to give us a description of these two fabulous creatures that she's made to her right and her left. And she made these out of items thrifted from Goodwill and some things from the Dollar Tree. So Brenda, describe this skeleton figure that you have, what he's made of.
This skull figure is made of a candle holder from Goodwill, which was $2. The tool is from the Dollar Tree. The necklace is a headband from the Dollar Tree, and the jewel is something we had in our little crafting bin. The skull was from the paper, hollow paper supply, and he was $2.50. The hat was $2 from Goodwill.
And what was the hat originally, Brenda?
The hat was a Christmas hat. It had holly on the side with some leaves and some berries, and I took that off, and it was a cardboard color, so I painted it black. The ribbon is also from our crafting area. The flower is from the Dollar Tree. The bat came 4 on a card at the Dollar Tree. And I believe that's it.
Okay. And now this adorable witch that looks like something from Martian's Attack.
Yeah, Mars Attacks.
Mars Attacks, that's right. And how did you make her?
She is also on a candle stand. That was also from Goodwill for $2. The broom came in a pack. I bought a pack while we were out thrifting, and the pack was, I believe, $3, but it has like 15 little brooms in it. And to make the handle look knobby like a stick for a witch's broom, I took a artificial flower stem and cut it off and painted it black. Added the bat, that was also from the Dollar Tree, and some ribbon. The hat is from Goodwill, it was $2.99. The eyeballs were also from Dollar Tree. And I did the same to this skull head that I did to this guy. I intensified the deep creases and added some black paint. This is wire-based ribbon. This is trim we had in our crafting items. And this is an old black crinkly scarf that I cut and just let it drape around.
And Brenda, where did the skull for the witch come from?
The skull came from Goodwill, and that was $2.
So you can see, I think she did a fabulous job. This skull could also go for Mardi Gras in New Orleans time. I mean, he's just so glorious, isn't he? But I was so thrilled and so impressed by these. I wanted to share them with you and show you some of the things you can do with a great imagination and a few things that you can thrift or pick up very inexpensively. Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you, everyone.